Lions have officially wrapped up the preseason, and it's time to turn the page looking forward to the regular season. But before we do that, let's recap what happened here at Ford Field by talking about this team's strengths. On offense, that line is perhaps the best in the NFL, but all 5 starters were in street clothes as Hendon Hooker was sacked 5 times by Pittsburgh starters. On the defensive side of the ball, the run-stopping defense, again, maybe the NFL's best, but starters were watching from the sideline as Pittsburgh starters marched down the field multiple times early Saturday afternoon. After the Lions' depth players grabbed a 24-17 win over the Steelers, the Lions said it out loud. They've been working for the regular season, and by all accounts, this team once again believes they can take on anybody's best with their best.
Just watching those guys come back in the locker room as they were coming back upstairs right before we broke out, you can see it in their eyes, like they know. And they understand what they're getting ready to walk into with our fans and our crowd, and the type of game and opponent we're getting ready to face. So they feel it like I do, and they know it's on us now, and it's time to go.
Early on, Hendon Hooker didn't have time to do much of anything behind the Lions' reserve O-line. The Steelers starters sacked him 3 straight times to end one drive. Detroit clearly wanted to see a lot of Hooker. He threw an interception, lost a fumble, but did show flashes of potential and the playmaking ability we've seen throughout the preseason. Hooker completed 12 passes for 114 yards and ran for 93 more. He led 3 touchdown drives.
Definitely wish I had some plays back, but that's just the nature of the game. I felt like us as a team, we were very resilient. Moving forward, started out slow and then got the ball rolling, then finished pretty strong.
I learned more about him from the failures than I do watching him throw. Oh, that was a good throw. That was good to see. Like some of these, like today, man, you have 5 sacks, all right? He gets sacked 5 times. Some of it his own doing, and some of it the O-line, some of it receivers not open. But the point is, you get sacked 5 times, and then all of a sudden you bounce back, and he doesn't look frazzled. He doesn't look under duress. He looks pretty calm. He looks steady. He moves us down the field. Like, that's encouraging.
Campbell said earlier this week there were about 5 or 6 roster spots, honestly, open and up for grabs going into this 3rd preseason game. This, he said, is the tough time, the next 48 hours in making those roster cuts to get down to the initial 53-man roster. But if this organization knows anything, and Campbell knows it well, even if you're cut in this first wave, you can still contribute. The Lions saw a lot of reserve players. He said he looked them all in the eye, told them how proud he was of all of them, and said, don't go far. Even if you get cut, you could be a big part of something special here in Detroit. At Ford Field, Brad Galli, 7 News Detroit.